Phone calls, 877-3DP Show. Operator Tyler sitting by. Best and worst of the weekend. Have that for you coming up. I think this is the 5th year they've been doing the Tight End University, and George Kittle helped start that, and the Niners tight end back on the program. Do you reject any tight ends that want to go to Tight End University?
Hey, Dan. Good morning, man.
Hi, bud.
How you doing?
Good.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. You too?
Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Do I reject anybody? Tight end you started off where we were kind of just doing only active players. In the last 2 years, we've opened it up to all active practice squad guys who have been in the league who might not be on a team yet. So, no, it is as long as I can get a hold of those guys and they have an email address so I can send an invite form and fill out a registration form to, they're invited. So I think we have between 80 and 90 guys this year, which I'm pretty excited about.
But is there a syllabus? Like if you're going to a university, they give you kind of a rundown of classes that you go to. Like what is required, in all seriousness, of Tight End University?
Really, for guys to be there, as long as you're on an NFL roster or were in like the last year, you're invited. But syllabus-wise, what we do is we do a classroom session, and you have guys like, so I've talked about run blocking, pass protection, yak. Those are things that I focused on the past years. Travis talks about his route tree, how he reads coverages. Greg Olson talks about his routes. We've had Jordan Reed spoke, former Washington tight end, about his releases. This year, Evan Ingram's going to talk, which I'm excited about. We got him up for the first time. And Jeremy Shockey will hopefully be teaching something. Gronk has taught something in the past. Dallas Clark. And so really it's just we try to cover all the things that a tight end does because we're the only position that really gets to do everything. You know, pass pro, run blocking, catching the football, scoring touchdowns, running the ball sometimes. So like we kind of try to cover as much as we possibly can in the limited time that we have with these guys. And just really try to give them that's an extra step forward in their careers to help them make a team the following camp.
Are you guys like a union? I mean, it feels like the tight end was kind of forgotten. You know, when you look at franchise tags and kind of fighting for those salaries there. But how much do you talk about the finances of playing the position?
You know what? We do that every once in a while. You know, we do talk about things other than just football. Like we had some financial advisors come in one year and talk about that. We had some venture guys come in and talk about investments. And so that is something. But what we do, like the only way for the tight end market to continue to grow is if everybody's getting paid. That's the only way to do it. Like you can't just have one guy do it and then it just sits for 3 or 4 years because then you're stuck and it's stagnant. No one's getting paid. So we want everybody, like I want everybody to have great seasons. I want everybody to have great games, just not against the 49ers. But throughout the rest of the season, they can play as well as they want to because I want guys to get paid to keep bumping up that market. So by the time that, you know, Brock Bowers is doing his contract in 3 years, he's going for over 20 million, which he will. And that's just the whole point. You know, when Tight End U first started, I think the top of the market was 15, and now we're almost at 20. So like we're continually growing it. And you know, as a tight end and as a position who does everything, yeah, I think we should be making more money, but we're working on it.
I go back to Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham didn't want to be paid as a tight end, and I don't know what that did to the salary structure, but I know he was very vocal at the time that, hey, I do what wide receivers do as well as play tight end. Did that change the salary structure?
You know, I think it was a step in the right direction because I think they still paid him like a tight end, but like just getting that idea out there, it kind of made everybody else kind of think about it and be like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Hey, how come I have 80 catches and 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns? And, you know, Travis Kelce was making like $8 million and a wide receiver is making 18 to 20 at the time. So it's just like, how can you not respect that position enough to give him that money? Because if you look back to it, like the last, 10 Super Bowls, there's basically a Pro Bowl or perennial All-Pro tight end in every single one of those games making plays. And so the teams that have great tight ends usually win the most football games, in my opinion. So just keep emphasizing those tight ends and keep paying them a lot of money.
George Kittle, on behalf of Tight End University and presented by Bud Light, 5th year that they've had this in Nashville. How much do you joke with Brock Purdy now on how much he's making?
Oh, my goodness. It's so nice. He can pay for our Halloween party now, Dan. I'm so excited about it. That's been on, Jimmy G used to pay for it. That's what the quarterback does. And then
wait, what's the Halloween party? Like what does that encompass?
Oh, we just rent out a restaurant or bar area, just make it a private event. So guys can go to it with their wives or significant others. Just like I like to congregate outside of the facility so you can actually build these relationships, enjoy going to the work with the guys. And I'm always big. The one thing the Niners do a good job of, they always bring the wives and the families in all the time to a couple of events throughout the year. And so I just want to reemphasize that. So, so like when, my wife goes to a game, it's not the first time she's hanging out with one of our defensive linemen's wives, something like that, just so they have a relationship and gives guys an opportunity to blow off some steam in the season, whether we're having a good year or a bad year. And so hopefully Brock will be paying for that one. Hopefully he's paying for a lot of stuff. That'd be helpful. I would enjoy that.
But you can joke with him about
Oh yeah.
the amount of money.
Oh yeah. You know what? I told him, before the deal was even done, I was like, you guys are in a different stratosphere, this quarterback market. Like, I'm over here fighting for 19 to $20 million a year, and you're above 50. So I was like, look, just whatever's best for you guys. I know you'll make the right decision, but I'm happy for Brock that him and his wife finally got it done.
And McCaffrey, though, he makes good coin too. You got a lot of guys who make a lot of money on the Niners.
We have a lot of guys who make a lot of money. We have a lot of guys who make a lot of football plays. So I feel like that's good for football.
McCaffrey, did you get invited to his wedding?
I did. I was there. I had a fantastic time.
Okay, what are you getting for a wedding gift?
What did I get him for a wedding gift? I flew into Rhode Island from Nashville, Tennessee, which was kind of hard to get. And then I just give him my valuable time. It's hard to get a gift for somebody who can get whatever they want, man. That's always the toughest thing.
But you could have, an autographed jersey.
You know what? That's a good one. I trade jerseys with my teammates after we're no longer teammates. So like me and Devo finally traded jerseys for the first time, which is pretty fun. I got a Charvarius Ward jersey. But yeah, at some point, I could get Christian. Try to think. Yeah, I could find like a fun Kevin Garnett jersey or something like that.
Wait, he's fans of those?
Kevin Garnett. I mean, he does like basketball, but that's one thing. I have
okay.
a good memorabilia guy. Like I just got one of my best friends to sign Kevin Garnett jersey as a birthday present. And he was blown away.
Oh, all right.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah,
Kevin Garnett's the man.
Who benches more, you or McCaffrey?
Bench press. Ooh, I'm gonna take myself on that. I'm gonna, even though he's got a little bit shorter arms, so it might be easier for him. I'm still gonna take myself.
How about at tight end university?
Oh, I definitely don't bench the most at tight end university. That is not, but we do have some fun workouts. We do a little, it's called Arm Farm Friday, and we just see how big our biceps and triceps can get for a day. That's always pretty fun.
Do you film this stuff?
Yeah, we film. So like we have classroom sessions that we have cameras on that, we can send out to the guys afterwards so like they can revisit those lessons.
But do you make it public?
Clips and stuff like that. Not necessarily all the classroom stuff because I like to keep that kind of private.
Okay.
For the guys to learn. All the on the field stuff though, that's recorded. We push that out as much as we possibly can. Just drills and stuff like that.
Can you kid Travis Kelce about Taylor Swift?
I think Greg Olsen does that enough for everybody.
Give me a for instance.
Well, first off, we just call Greg Olsen Dad 24/7. That's what me and Travis call him because you should see the way he coaches on the field. It's like he's coaching Pop Warner football. It's fantastic. But he likes to give everybody some crap every once in a while. Whether it's Travis and his relationship with Taylor, it's all good-hearted though because we all love Travis. I mean, Travis has done so much for tight end. He's done so much for the tight end position. And, when you're as awesome of a guy that he is, it's really fun just to, bust his balls once in a while.
I know you want to mention your sponsors there. We do this every year. So
can you see them all?
I can see them.
I brought my Gatorade water with me as well.
You got Bud Light, you got Dude Wipes, you got...
Yep. We have Bud Light, Gatorade, Dude Wipes, Old Spice, New Era. We got we have a bunch of new sponsors in, which we're really excited about. We raise all this money. Basically, every tight end that comes in, they pay for their flight. We take care of everything else: hotel, transportation, food, the concert with country musicians, a golf tournament. We take care of everything. We want it to be a first-class event, and our sponsors make it possible. And the cool thing is, too, after we raise all this money, everything that's left, me, Travis, and Greg Olsen, we kind of divvy it up, and then we donate it to charities of our choice. So we give back at the end. So basically raising a bunch of money. Like I always donate my money to the Iowa Children's Hospital, some close to my heart because I went to college there. Travis has his foundation. Greg has his foundation. And so that's really the fun part about it too.
Great to talk to you again. Hopefully we'll talk to you during the season. Thank you.
Yeah. You know what, Dan? It's always great talking to you, man.
That's George Kittle. He's the Niners tight end in his 9th season, 6-time Pro Bowl tight end. Yes,
I love this idea that Greg Olsen is like the dad, the Pop Warner dad out there coaching the boys. Come on, boys.
He probably got the whistle and the tight bike shorts there that he's wearing. Dad. Has his shirt tucked into his pants.
That's so funny.
Leaving nothing to the imagination. Come on, let's go.